This is Caleb with Integrity Home Inspections. I am at 13108 Northeast Hancock Street in Portland, Oregon, doing a sewer scope from the clean out on the front side of the home out to the city main line in the street. It does look like there's a couple additions on the house, and there's another clean out on the west end where it looks like it ties into this sewer line at some point. So we'll scope that line after the one on the front side of the house. So we have the kitchen sink running now, but water is obviously not flowing through the pipe yet. It could be that the kitchen sink ties in later in at this line as well, but we can't really tell till we scope this line. So I'm going to turn the water on in the hallway bathroom on the front of the house, because I know that is tied directly into this clean out. So I'm going to pause the video just for 1 second. So now we can see the water flowing through the line from the hallway bathroom in the front side of the house. And almost immediately there on the left hand side, you can see roots are growing through the sewer line. And then on the top right hand corner of the line, you can see some pretty corroded cast iron sewer line. And then almost immediately right here, 5 feet after those roots, it ties in to an ABS sewer line. So we'll just keep scoping the line out to the city main line and see if we can see where the back 2 bedrooms, bathrooms tie in to the house, and where the kitchen line ties into the house. And then also again here at 16 feet, you can see roots beginning to grow through the sewer line. And on the left hand side, you can see an opening, and that's likely where those back 2 bathrooms and the bedrooms tie into the sewer line. So we'll just keep going out to the main line from here. When you get back to this point, I will turn all the water off and then turn the water on in those bedrooms and see if we can see some water flow. Then I'll locate this position and mark it, and then we'll go through the other clean out for the back bedrooms and get to this position again through the other clean out and locate it. And if it's locating in the same place, we know then that they're connected. And here, about 20 or 30 feet from the clean out on the front side of the home, we reached the 3034 city lateral sewer line. Continue to push the camera to the city main sewer. here, about 58 feet 6 inches from the clean out on the front side of the house. Appears we reached the city main sewer line. I'm going to pause the video, turn the water off in the bathroom, and then let the line drain, and then I'll turn the water on in the kitchen to see if water continues to flow, and then we know if the kitchen line is or is not tied into this sewer line here, because again we ran it for a while and had no water flow, and then the water that's flowing through the pipe now is from the bathroom and the hallway on the front side of the house. So I'll pause video now and do all that testing. So I was able to locate this position out in the street. So in fact it is a main city line of some sort. You can see the water flowing through that line now, and as I pull back the camera, there's no water flowing through this sewer line here. The kitchen sink is on right now as we're talking, so the fact that there's no water flowing through the line tells me that it's not connected to the sewer line. It's disconnected somewhere. It has its own sewer line possibly, but that would be pretty unique just for the kitchen sink. And it's a slab-on grade construction, so there's no way to tell really where that kitchen sink line goes. So I just paused the video for a second, and like I said, the kitchen's still running now, and there's no water flow at all. So I did notice some sloping or settlement in the flooring in the kitchen. There could just be a failure in the sewer line from the kitchen to where it connects to the main stack underneath the hallway bathroom. And that same thing goes for the laundry drainage. There's nothing hooked up in there now, but it's what will or what the washer will hook up to in the future, so the washer can drain. And since that can't be tested, it's a good chance that that is damaged, or it's connected to the kitchen line, or it ties into the main stack. So further evaluation by a licensed plumber and contractor are definitely needed before closing to determine where that kitchen line goes to. So I'll just continue to pull back the camera and inspect the sewer line. And again, here's the connection from this black ABS line to the green 3034 city lateral sewer line. So again, here on this left-hand side, you can see that small opening. It's a T, and I think that that's where those back two bedroom bathrooms are connecting to the sewer. So I'm going to pause the video and go turn on just the water in one of those bathrooms and make sure we can see flow of water coming through there. And then I'm also going to locate this position just because the roots growing through the joint here are failing the line. So I'll pause the video now and locate and mark these positions. So as you can tell on that left hand side, you can see water coming out of that T and going down to the main line. So that is in fact connected to those back two bedroom bathrooms. They're both on the same line. So what I'll do is once I pull this all the way back, I'll pause the video once more, take the camera over to the clean out on the west side of the house and scope the line from that clean out until this point at the T here. So I'll just continue to pull back the camera now and inspect the line. And then here again, about 5 feet into the sewer line, you can see it goes back to this cast iron pipe and has roots growing through the line. So I'm just going to pause the video, mark and locate this position so repairs can be made. So there are some bushes along the front side of the house directly in front of this clean out. I'll take the camera out and show it on the camera, but the roots are growing through right in this area. So it's just on the other side of these bushes here. I marked with green spray paint. There's actually already some spray paint there in the same location that was white. White indicates sewer line as well. So to me it indicates that the problem was already known about. So from the clean out on the front side of the house, original clean out to the city main line, it's in failing condition due to roots growing in the line in multiple areas. Again, both areas are marked with green spray paint and are 2 to 4 feet deep. And then also the kitchen line is undetermined where that terminates to. So we had that kitchen line basically running the whole time with no water flow at all, even at the T from the back bedrooms. So there's no water flow from the kitchen. The laundry room is in the same area. Again, there's no washer there, so we could not test if that's hooked up to the sewer line as well, but likely the laundry room connects to the kitchen line, and then typically the kitchen line would connect to this front hallway bathroom because the kitchen looks like that's where it was when the house was built. Again, the floor was sloping a little in the kitchen area, which could indicate, a break in the line where it's just draining underneath the foundation. It is a slab on grade foundation, so really without inspecting the sewer line at the kitchen and finding out where it goes, it's hard to say really what's happening there. We're unable to do that. We don't have the equipment or cameras to go through a 2-inch line like that, so definitely recommend consulting a contractor, plumbing contractor who has a mini camera who can scope the kitchen sink line and the laundry room line to see where those tie together and if there's a possible break underneath the slab on grade foundation. Also have the repairs made for the roots and the cast iron line from this clean out just on the other side of these bushes. So I'll pause the video now and then I'll go over to the clean out on the west side of the house for those back two bathrooms and scope the line until it connects to this main line. So here we are on the west side of the house. There's this clean out just on the other side of that west bedroom bathroom. And so the line should go from this clean out to the front of the house and then tie in where we saw that T. And then one other thing, also the clean out on the front side of the house doesn't have a proper cap installed, so that needs to be repaired as well. So here about 56 feet, you can see where it tees into the sewer line now on the right hand side of the screen. So we already confirmed that this clean out does have both back bedroom bathrooms connected to it. We turned on water to one line and saw the water coming through, and then we turned off that sink, and then we went to the other bathroom and turned on the water, and water continued to flow. So what I'm going to do now is pause the video, go and locate this position just to be sure that they are locating in the same spot, to be positive that they are tied, and then I'll resume the video and pull back the camera and continue to inspect the sewer line. So you can tell now the water is off inside the line, and after locating that position, it did in fact locate directly in the same place that it did in the other clean out. So that does confirm that these back two bedrooms are connected to the same sewer line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this camera up as far as I can, if I can at all, back into the house. Just because it is a slab-on grade construction, and so there's no real way to tell the condition of the pipe, by looking in the crawl space. And so we're about 10 feet into it now, and then here is about as far as I'm going to be able to go. It just goes up another 90-degree turn there. But while going back up into the line, it's going to be hard to see now because the camera is all covered in gunk. But when going back up from the clean out into the house, it looked like it was in good condition, just to the point that I could see. Obviously, there's going to be more pipe underneath the house that would be unable to be detected just because the camera can't go in all those directions. So, but this concludes the sewer scope video inspection. In my opinion, the sewer line is in failing condition due to the several areas of roots. First area again is in the clean out on the front side of the home, on the other side of the bushes. Marked that position with green paint, and roots are coming through the line about 3 to 4 feet, or 2 to 3 feet underneath the soil. And the condition of the cast iron there is in pretty poor condition. So that's going to have to be definitely repaired, along with the secondary location of roots, which was at the connection from this sewer line and the main home sewer line. Again, that's on the front side of the house, marked with green spray paint. Roots are coming in through a joint there, and it's about 3 to 4 feet underneath the soil. And then also where the kitchen and laundry room sewer lines terminate is unknown. We had the kitchen line running for the entirety of the first portion of the sewer scope, and there was no water flowing through the line at all, which could indicate a break in the line underneath the slab foundation. It could really be a number of things, so that's going to need to be further evaluated with a mini camera to see where that line goes and to fix any issues that it may have. Also, the clean out on the front side of the home, my camera can't go back underneath the house like we were able to do on this clean out, just because there's a sweep on the end of the clean out on the front side of the house, which basically will direct the camera to go towards the street and prevent it from going underneath the house. So there's definitely some issues with the line that need to be further evaluated and repaired by a licensed contractor and or plumber. So I'll put all this throughout a report and email the report along with this video inspection to the agent and buyers. Thank you for choosing integrity, and have a good day.